Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about how to farm seasonal points efficiently. However, on top of that, there are also two separate methods which are equally as good, and I'm going to be going over both methods. But before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to go over is, of course, the seasonal points. As you can see here, I almost have 1 million seasonal points, and you should really aim to try to farm for at least 1 million points throughout this entire event. Don't worry, you still have 2 more weeks to farm for these points. But as you can see here, once you hit 1 million points, you actually get a full end master cube for free, as well as a bunch of EXP, as well as a bunch of seasonal points, which is pretty nice. Now, the reason why you want a bunch of seasonal points is, of course, because of the seasonal shop. As we can see over here, you can purchase 40 of the Super Fantasy Festival special scratch tickets, which can give you star gems. And if you just buy the 40 here, you actually get all of the guaranteed rewards, which are pretty nice. There's a lot of voice tickets, hairstyles, as well as very beautiful cosmetic items. You even get a selector ticket, which lets you pick whatever you want. And then, of course, down here, there is 700,000 Meseta worth of alpha reactors, so make sure to pick that up as well. But other than that, there are a bunch of other goodies as well. You know, if you just need master fragments, if you need Aegis integras, if you just need minerals in general, as well as armors, seasonal weapons over here, personally, I would skip them. However, if you're a new player and you don't have any weapon, these are actually really good, especially the moment you hit level 50. This is a huge power spike to whatever the game gives you for free. So yeah, you can definitely use the seasonal weapons if you are still progressing through the story or just starting out with this game. Now, if you already have a healthy chunk of seasonal points, I still recommend farming a little bit more, simply because they will be updating the seasonal shop right after the next maintenance. So we are going to get new items added into the shop, where we're actually going to get 40 more Super Fantasy Festival special scratch tickets, as well as more alpha reactors, as well as more Dreadkeeper 5s, and of course all of the Giga Stat 4s, which are very useful, especially if you're crafting those Gigas Mass days, so definitely don't sleep on these. Now, there are two very efficient ways to farm for seasonal points. The very first way is actually running the limited time quest, which is very straightforward, the Twin Horn Raven from above. As you can see, every single run you get 30,000 seasonal points, and each run does not take long at all. Now, the benefit of running the limited time quest over and over is, of course, the chance of getting a Wingguard weapon, which is pretty nice. It's still very valuable even to this day. You have the Aina armors, Arga Beltas, and Shezas, which can also drop, which are still usable as well. And on top of that, you also have a decent chance of getting Hal Finales. Now, I'm gonna be real with you, I feel like Sega may have secretly stealth nerfed the drop rate for Hal Finales, because on the very first day, or like the first 2 to 3 days, when I ran the limited time quest, I was getting a Hal Finale drop almost every single run. And ever since the update, or ever since the previous maintenance last week, the limited time quest has not been kind to me. I have not seen that many Hal Finales drop. So let me know in the comment section below. Is this just like a single case of me being incredibly unlucky? Or do you guys also think that they may have secretly nerfed the drop rate? But nevertheless, it's still worth running because there is a chance of getting the Hal Finales, but more importantly is going to be, of course, the Super Fantasy Festival special scratch ticket, as well as the vouchers. Remember, the vouchers are pretty much guaranteed every single run you're going to get this. However, the ticket is going to be a little bit more rare. I suspect the ticket's about a 1 in every 8 to 10 runs you're supposed to get a ticket. That's how I feel the drop rate is, so it's like a 10%-ish, 10 to 15% drop rate, somewhere in between that range. But nevertheless, these tickets are incredibly valuable. Now, as a refresher on why these scratch tickets are so valuable, it's simply because there are a lot of really nice looking weapon camos with auras and stuff that you can get for free over here. There is, of course, the guns right here. The Phantom gun looks really nice. The katana is one of my favorite katanas. And of course, there are a bunch of cool looking weapons over here, which you can also pick up. However, if weapons isn't your type of thing, of course, we can get Harriet's outerwear as well as innerwear, which looks really nice. And there is, of course, the Lillipants suits. So if you do want the Lillipants, you can get a bunch of them here as well. This one I've actually never seen, the dark one. So this one actually looks pretty dope as well. But nevertheless, you know, if you did want Matoi's outfit, Hitsugi's outfit, or Harriet's outfit, you can get all of them over here, including their hairstyles, which is also really nice. So if you want Harriet's hairstyle, if you want Matoi's hairstyle, if you want Hitsugi's hairstyle, personally, I like Hitsugi's hairstyle a lot. You know, it's really cool. There's also different variations of it as well. So yeah, there's a lot of really nice items over here. But if you don't care about any of those cosmetic items, you can simply just go for the star gems. 100 star gems is also really dang good. That is why I put so much value on these tickets, simply because they are farmable, and that way you're killing multiple birds with one stone by doing the limited time quest, because you're getting seasonal points, you have a chance of getting the Wingguard weapons. If you still need the Aina armors with like a high fixa, you can still get those. You get Hal finales, and of course you get all of the tickets, which are all very valuable and very useful. And on top of that, it's actually one of your dailies every single day as well, which actually guarantees you a full ticket. So if you look over here, you know, seasonal clear limited time quest, this one actually gives you a full ticket right off the bat, as well as an End Augment Transfer Pass voucher. So, you know, it's really worth running it at least once a day so that you knock out the daily, because these are it's just too good. It's just way too good to pass up. And one more benefit of running the limited time quest is, of course, when you get more Hal finales, you can actually sell them right off the market if you want. As you can see, they're going for about 200,000, 190,000. But you can also upgrade them into Lux Hal finales. This is a consistent way in order to make that Lux Hal finales, as you will get drops eventually, and that way you can build a surplus of Hal finales so that when you do want to upgrade your gear further than just regular LC capsules, you'll be able to do that. Now do keep in mind, the regular Hal finale is superior over the Hal finale LC capsule. So if you just want that extra 0.25% potency, because remember, potency is multiplicative, so even though 0.25 doesn't sound like much, in the grand scheme of things, especially when you're 200% potency and above, since it's multiplicative, it actually ends up becoming a lot more than 0.25%. It actually becomes like 2 to 3%, which is actually really powerful. So, you know, if you are on a budget, you can just upgrade to the regular Hal finales instead. Just upgrade your LC version into the regular Hal finale and you're good to go. And that way you can just purely farm all of the capsules yourself. However, if you are aiming for true min-max, or you're aiming for, you know, something a little bit higher, a little bit more luxurious, you can always save up your regular Hal finales in order to craft the Lux Hal finales, where it gives you an additional point of potency. As you can see over here, Hal finale 15 HP, 5 PP, as well as 4% potency. Lux Hal finale 20 HP, 6 PP, 5% potency. So the Lux Hal finale is superior, far superior than the regular Hal finale, and you'll be able to slowly work your way towards that. If you farm it for the next 3 weeks, I wouldn't be surprised at all if you can make maybe 5 to 10 of these Lux Hal finales within that period, if you just play like a casual amount. Now, of course, if you go really crazy, you can make a lot more than that. However, I know not everyone is a min-maxer like myself who likes to build gear and make myself stronger and stronger. A lot of people are fashionistas. You guys want all of the new collaboration items that are coming out, the Eminence and Shadow, and you're like, Kero, I need all of the cosmetic items in that collaboration, but I need money. I need a lot of Meseta. Well, the second method is probably the best for you, and what you're gonna do is you're simply just gonna go to Dext base. You're gonna go to Dext base, there's only one rank of Dext base, and you are gonna farm the living daylights out of Dext base. Now, you can make quite a substantial amount of money. If you just go in with like regular gear or whatever gear you have right now, you're probably gonna be making between 1 to 2 million Meseta per hour. However, if you optimize your gear a little bit and you play the meta class, which is of course the Waker in Dext base, you will be making a lot more money if you have all the proper gear. And of course, you are going to need to organize your own group in order to further maximize your gains. So if you are in a fully min-maxed, super optimized group, you could expect to make about 4 to 6 million per hour. However, of course, that is assuming that you have friends and you have people who also know what they're doing and you're just min-maxing the living daylights out of Dext base. For the average player, I think if you're making between 1 to 2 million an hour, you should just be happy with that. But obviously, if you want to take that step further to optimize even further and make, 3 to 4 million, you could definitely aim towards there. But just understand it's going to be a little bit more effort and you are going to need friends. I've come to realize that that seems to be a very scarce resource in this game for whatever reason. But nevertheless, Dext base is your best friend. You're going to be farming here like crazy. You're going to be making so many seasonal points. You're going to be making so much Meseta, and literally just live there for the next week and you will make a ton of Meseta. So when the Eminence of Shadow comes out, which is right after maintenance, you will have a hefty amount of money to purchase all of the stuff that you want. Because remember, if you're making 2 million an hour and you farm 5 hours a day, that's 10 million. So, you know, if you farm that for the next couple of days, it's going to be very mind-numbing and very boring, but you'll make the money, which in turn, you know, hopefully it pays off when you're able to purchase all of those motion items and cool looking weapon camos and all of the rare items from that collaboration.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!